They'll be hoping that she is the only previous winner of the race, or in the race, can land another and do so under a penalty. She's drawn in 6. James Tate with a 2-year-old winner down at, or over at Nottingham today, to actually beat the filly that Lady Kodiak beats. They've got a line on what was needed that day anyway, and maybe what's needed here as well. Lady Kodiak is 8-13. Loved the ride that Jack Callan gave her here 3 weeks ago, and I'm sure he'll be hoping to do the same. Nemesis could be one who actually was 4th to her last time. That's Whiskey Kisses, who's 130 now, second favourite, and really the only one in opposition to our market leader, according to the betting now, because she's the only other at single-figure prices. And Whiskey Kisses gets a significant pull at the weights with Lady Kodiak, and she had a very noteworthy race that day. I quite liked it. She was a big price, but she didn't run like it. And with the swing and also the prospect of more progress from her, notwithstanding Lady Kodiak could progress, she's got to merit a lot of respect. She was drawn 13 last time. She's drawn 13 this time. Fermain has far from contracted in the price. An 11-1 shot on debut for George Bowie and Billy Loughnane. Ladiapur is a 12-1 shot. Holly Doyle takes the ride on Ladiapur. We didn't talk about in the parade ring. As 7 gets a bit edgy, that's Preston Road. He's got quite a speedy pedigree. But Ladiapur, twice raced filly. She's got the draw out in 12. Probably run to a comparable level on each occasion. That needs to improve, I would suggest. So Lady Kodiak, 8-13, I should say. Whiskey Kisses is 100-30 to go and reverse that form. Fermain is now an 11-1 shot. And just taking a look as to where she was earlier today, she was 7-1. So the market not screaming in her direction on debut. Preston Road, 16-1, who got a little agitated there. She ran a good race on debut at Southall a month ago. And as said, she belied her odds of 40-1 to finish 3rd. And that race has already been a source of winners. Good race it was. Of those that have only had one run, I think she's run just about as good as any of them. In goes 11. That is Sunlit Sea, who's from the family of loads of very good polytrack horses, but also just good sprinters. Sechelois, Sablon, Starfighter, who won loads of races on the all-weather, and the excellent Air Gold Cup 3rd Jubilee Walk. At the back is Whiskey Kisses, so's 14, that's Wondrous. She's a twice-raced acclamation filly, gets a mark after this. And how this race goes, well, look, Lady Kodiak made all the running to dominate last time out. How much competition for pace? How many are going to want to go with our even money, I say even money, shorter than even money favourite, early doors? I don't know. Maybe they'll just let her go and do her own thing and see if the penalty counts against her. She might be pressured early doors, but I think Jack Callan just got it so spot on last time, and they'll be hoping for more of the same. So she goes forward at a leisurely pace. Last few are going to do just that, and with that, let's join up with John Blance.
A minute and Belle Force. Lady Kodiak goes in. Four to go. Fermain, Ladiapur. Ladiapur for Holly Doyle. Fermain to come forward. Belle Force. Fermain goes in. Belle Force to come forward. Shush a minute. Lady Kodiak already safely installed. Shush a minute to go in. Stand by. Gates back and away they go. Slightly slowly away. Sunlit Sea. We've got an unseated rider there as well. Shush a minute is the one who's decanted Rob Hornby onto the floor as they came out of the starting stalls in the Betfair Racing Podcast Fillies Novice Stakes. And through the early stages, good speed from Lady Kodiak in the blue and white colours, followed then by Preston Road and Laura Pearson down on the rail in red. Towards the outer, Whiskey Kisses, who's in danger of taking the turn 3 wide. Then Fermain, followed by the big white face of Warrior Queen. Then Ladiapur in the maroon jacket, followed by Rosie Ismidar Darling. Then towards the outside, we've got Sachet Away. They're then followed by Bell Force towards the rear of the field. Sunlit Sea, Chin Chin is also towards the back, and Wondrous is the back marker of those that remain as they go inside the final 3 furlongs. Lady Kodiak, the leader, to Whiskey Kisses on the outside in second. These two are now just paired off somewhat to Fermain, who's going around the outside as Preston Road gets a more vigorous ride. Followed by Ladiapur, who's trying to stay over Holly Doyle. They're followed then by Warrior Queen and the rest. They're coming inside the final 2 furlongs now, and it's Lady Kodiak under this penalty. She's still just about the leader. Whiskey Kisses, though, hasn't let her out of her sight as they go inside the final furlong. Lady Kodiak, Whiskey Kisses is switched and not finding a great deal and racing up towards the line. Lady Kodiak's going to go on and win again. Jack Callan in the saddle to score. 2 in second position, Whiskey Kisses. Fermain finished in third. Fourth horse home, Ladiapur.
Well, hopefully the rider from Shusha Minute is all okay after the unseat right from the starting stalls. The horse galloping with abandon thereafter. But at the business end of that race, that for a Thursday evening at Chelmsford looks like good form. When you consider Lady Kodiak under the penalty has dispatched for the second time, but on worse terms, Whiskey Kisses, who was fancied to run well. And then the remote third in the market, Fermain, has finished best of the rest in third, the only debutante. Lady Kodiak and Jack Callan have clearly got a good rapport and good relationship built up. And as we take the head on, as the Emma Banks and Jabber Abdullah Silks set down to battle, I did wonder whether Whiskey Kisses was just going to go by her, but none of it. And Jack Callan, who clearly had enough in reserve on this filly that he rode with great distinction last time, has gone and pulled out a significant number of lengths, more than I thought she would. And actually, she's only had to be pushed out to go and win a race. She's clearly very, very useful indeed. She's won this under a penalty on much, much worse terms with Whiskey Kisses, in a different kind of style, where they did get to her. They had every chance to get past her, but she wasn't allowing it. So from 3 weeks on, I love what I see there. She gets a mark after this. And it'll be interesting to see exactly what James Tate wants to go and do with her. He's now 6 from 13 in 2025 at Chelmsford. That is a very, very healthy strike rate. He had a 2-year-old winning debutante earlier today at Nottingham to actually beat the filly who split Lady Kodiak and Whiskey Kisses 3 weeks ago. Form looks good, and she's a tidy filly. Looking forward to hearing from Jack once again after Lady Kodiak's given him another winner. It's very, very good value for that £5.